How to read anyone instantly -17 psychological tips. Hi, I am Sharon from iBrainHacks. 17 psychological tips. Once we are meeting someone for the primary time, we are bombarded with information. That's why it's important to understand how we communicate. According to experts, 55% of what we convey comes from body language, 38% from the tone of voice, and only 7% from what we actually say. Number 1. Eye contact. They often say that the eyes are the window to the soul. For example, if an individual literally can take their eyes off you, it could mean there's a romantic interest. That said, if you're talking with someone whose stare is making you squirm, especially if they're very still and not blinking, something is certainly up, and they may be lying to you. Number 2. Eyebrows. If you would like to ascertain how comfortable an individual is, take a glance at their eyebrows. It's hard to do, isn't it? Number 3. Smile. When it involves smiling, the mouth can lie, but the eyes can't. People often smile to cover what they're really thinking and feeling. Therefore, the next time you would like to understand if somebody's smile is genuine, search for crinkles at the corners of their eyes. Number 4. What they say. If you're meeting someone for the first time, and all they do is talk about their wonderful better half or praise their work colleagues, chances are, they're a pretty decent person themselves. Studies show that the more people rate others as being kind, polite, loving, and well-mannered, the more likely they are to also possess these traits. However, the reverse is also true. Number 5. Paralanguage is nonverbal communication such as your tone, pitch, or manner of speaking. Basically, it's a flowery way of claiming that you simply got to concentrate on how someone says something. So, pay attention to the emphasis they put on words and how they say them. Number 6. Side glance. People that are warm and open to meeting you will have their body facing you and they will look you in the eye. On the flip side, if you've just met someone and that they immediately glance away to the side, this is often a subconscious visual communication sign, meaning they're looking for an escape. Number 7. Frequent nodding. Nodding is usually a sign that someone agrees with you. But, exaggerated nodding may signal anxiety about approval. The other person to urge in advance, a bit like when an individual keeps watching their watch or touches their car keys. Number 8. Chin and jaw. When someone is trying to form a choice, they have a tendency to rub their chin. They might be looking up, down, or to the side. It's a sure sign that they are deep in thought. A clenched jaw is a sign of stress. Regardless of what the person is saying, this means a substantial level of discomfort. The conversation could also be heading towards something they're anxious about, or their mind could also be elsewhere, and they're that specialize in the thing that's stressing them out. Number 9. Posture. How someone carries themselves can offer you some indications about their self-confidence. It may not necessarily mean that they have low self-esteem, but that's the message it gives off. Number 10. Rubbing hands. It is believed that the hands broadcast what the head is thinking. People usually do that once they are hopeful about something good arising within the future, and they're excited about it. Number 11. Handshake. You can tell a lot by a person's handshake. Too hard and crushing, and that they are possibly domineering types. The length of time is also important. It's possible that the person doesn't want to form a deep reference to you. But, it could also mean that they don't have much time. Number 12. Leaning in, or away. If a person leans in toward you, it's a clear indication that they are interested in what you have to say. What you would possibly not know, is that it's also a symbol of respect. Number 13. Holding the baby. Okay. This might seem like a strange one, but it's good to know. Studies show that happy moms tend to carry their babies in their left arm. Number 14. If you're on a first date, or if you're retrying to pitch someone a new idea, it's not a good sign. On the same note, the direction of someone's feet is also quite revealing. However, if their feet shift toward the door, it means they've had enough and need to go away. Number 15. Shoes. A person's shoes can tell you a lot about their personality. Apparently, we all make judgments about people's shoes, but studies show that they're pretty accurate. Does your personality type slot in with them? Number 16. Overall appearance. How someone dresses and presents themselves can say volumes about them. Number 17. But, pay close attention to it in the future, because when someone mimics your body language, it means they feel so good about you, that they want to harmonize with you. It's a symbol that the conversation goes well, which the opposite party is receptive to your message. This is done unconsciously, as nobody walks around with the intention of outright copying someone. But when we're comfortable with people, we have got a bent to try to do what they are doing. While others are so bad, that they have the opposite person to return out and straight up tell them what's on their mind. But hopefully, with the following pointers, you'll be on your thanks to becoming better at reading people. We want to know what you think. Best tips of reading anyone instantly to avoid any mishaps. Be an honest listener instead of a speaker. Too often, people don't remain silent long enough to really observe. Don't assume an individual is lying needlessly to say due to a visual communication movement or verbal cue. You've got to think about context, and sometimes such cues aren't accurate. You can use the knowledge of reading people to enhance your own vibe within the workplace. For instance, make movements that convey confidence, like a firm handshake and using a mean amount of eye contact. Please leave a comment below, like and share, with your friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe iBrainHacks to watch latest videos.